Alright guys, I got my plan.
That's a really tough problem, right?
It is.
Because lithium batteries tend to be at nearly the same voltage all the time.
Until
So you can't just look at the voltage and say, oh, it's 50%.
We're starting a new project today. Hard piping out window a new hole for vacuum exhaust hose. So basically I've got a shop vac vacuum. And I use it on my little box of cling wrap. I shove it in the back right corner of the box, which creates a vacuum chamber with the front face open. All the air in the room draws through that as the vacuum sucks at 6 horsepower or whatever, tons of volume of air. So that way, if I'm doing any gluing or fiberglassing within that box, or painting, airbrushing, none of those fumes get into my room at all. Well, they all get sucked into the vacuum, they go through the vacuum filters, and then they exit through the vacuum exhaust hose. So I have a hose leading into the vacuum and a hose leading out of it. The vacuum exhaust hose used to just blow into my room, so it really didn't. It kept the fumes from going directly to my face, but then it blew them just somewhere else in the room. And then I had a ventilation system, which is here, to let the fumes suck out. That's a high-powered fan right there. This is just a vacuum hose taped up toward it. And I used to just connect, I would connect this hose leading from the vacuum to here. I would shove this in, and then that would vent all the fumes going into the vacuum. It would vent them out of my room. So this way I don't even have to wear a gas mask as long as I'm working within that vacuum chamber. Well, that hose fell out of there a lot of times, and it also kind of blocks the air conditioner, and it also takes up a lot of room across the front of my bed, so I can't get into and out of my bed. So I'm going to run a new system. It's going to exit right here. It's going to come down this way, and then it's going to come down like that, all the way down, and then turn and come toward me and run along the side of my bed and then over to the vacuum. So I'm turning this into like a Y coming out into the room. It's going to Y out. So it's going to come out this way for suction, and then it's going to come out that way for the additional exit point. Now I could have just made a new hole like right here or whatever, but I figured this hole already is pitched downward and it already has a screen on the end so bugs can't get in. And it's already my vent hole. Why make another one? I think it's better just to have the single one. So it's going to just Y out and then come down. So that's my project for today. I'm ready to make it happen. So right now, move this so you guys can see. The vacuum's here. Its suction hose is this one right here. This sucks. Then the vent hose comes out the back right here, swings around, and then comes to here. So I just wanted it to run parallel to my mattress like this. So I have to have a way for it to stay here. So I'm thinking What is the best way to do that? Um. All right. This is ghetto, but I think it's a smart way. I'm gonna wrap it in Gorilla Tape because it's black. It'll match. I don't know how much I have left though. Not that much. Let's see. I got it. Be right back in a stapler. No, I can still take the bed sheet off. Look. It's not connected to the bed sheet. It's connected to the box spring. I staple it right into the wooden box spring frame. So it's totally cool. No problem. And doesn't interfere with my garbage can resting tightly against it too. So that part is good. I'm now trying to figure out the rest. Well, I hate to do that though. I was going to cut into the cord. I bet I could get some flex hose. Yeah, I'm just going to grab some flex hose. Yeah, if I had flex hose, that would make all the difference. All right, I need like 3 or 4 feet of flex hose. I'm gonna go find some. it, Mike! Don't tell my dad! Where else am I gonna get free materials? Oh. That'll work. Oh. That's something about thing than I want to do. I gotta think about this cost. That's demoralizing. He's like, go that style. Thank you, Mike. No. Yeah, with the addition of this flex pipe to turn corners, this is gonna be an easy job. Oh yeah. Alright. So here's the final. We got our main vacuum suction hose. And then we got our exhaust hose right there, which runs out through here. And then it turns. We got it stapled into the bed. 2 staples and some Gorilla Tape just kind of sticking out. It's like a pipe strap. And then it runs along the mattress, not interfering with getting into and out of bed. And then it runs up the side. And then it runs up. Doesn't interfere with the box window unit air conditioner. And then up and out through our ventilation inline duct fan. Now that duct fan is not being severely interfered with either, I don't think, because the majority of it's still clear. And so it just shares that pipe as an outlet. That pipe's pitched downward and has a screen at the end so bugs can't get in. And I can still plug that in right next to me at any time I want. So yeah, that is our completed setup. We can turn that ventilation fan on and suck out all the crud in the room, but we can also just turn the vacuum on and that will suck stuff right out of the house. So the vacuum, in other words, the vacuum cleaner not only sucks up particulate matter and puts it into the vacuum bag and filters out dust and fiberglass particles, but it also can suck up chemicals such as glue and resins and paints, and it will suck those chemicals through the filters, but instead of the outlet of the vacuum just pulling into the room, not really solving anything, the outlet actually runs out of the house. So that's a super shop vac, because not only can it then just do its normal vacuuming, but now it's also making the room safe to breathe in. So I don't have to wear my ventilator when I use it in conjunction with my vacuum chamber, that anything that's sprayed or whatever chemicals happen in there get instantly sucked out of the house. And it can just generally help manage the air quality in here whenever I'm doing any type of like sanding or whatever. As long as I have the vacuum kind of close, that helps. And then for chemicals, it also can help to extract those quicker as well. So it's really a nice setup for a shop vac and ventilation system for safety, health and safety reasons. And yeah, so the real challenge was just keeping it out of the way of my bed and out of the way of getting into and out of the bed and what have you. I think I solved that very nicely. Looks great. It's funny, I mean, my room's looking more and more like a madman science area. Seeing a black pipe run all over the place, like, it's kind of crazy to look at, but that's okay. Because you know what? The crazier people think the guy that lives in this room is, the better. Brings credibility to my claims that I'm building the world's leading robotics projects. If the guy looked sane, would you believe him? Probably not. If he looks crazy, yeah, maybe that guy actually is building a robot. Whatever I can do to bring credibility. Credibility equals funding.